Today, our topic is the power of Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. This idea comes from ancient philosophy, especially Stoicism, and it reminds us that life is short and we will all die one day. At first, this may sound scary or sad, but it is not meant to make us feel bad. Instead, it is a powerful tool to help us live better lives. When we remember that our time is limited, we start to focus on what really matters. We stop wasting time on things that do not add value to our lives. We become more aware of how precious each moment is. This is the essence of Memento Mori. It is not about fear, but about clarity and purpose. Think about it. How often do we get caught up in small problems or distractions? Maybe we worry too much about what others think of us, or we spend hours scrolling on our phones, or we argue about things that are not important. These things take away our time and energy, and they do not make us happier or better people. But when we remember that life is short, we start to see things differently. We realize that we do not have time for these small worries. We start to focus on what truly matters, our relationships, our goals, and the kind of person we want to be. Memento Mori helps us cut through the noise and focus on what is important. This idea is not new. For thousands of years, people have used Memento Mori to guide their lives. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, often wrote about the importance of remembering death. Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor, used this idea to stay humble and focused. He reminded himself every day that he would die, so he should not waste time on pride, anger, or greed. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said that we should live each day as if it could be our last. This does not mean we should be reckless or stop planning for the future. It means we should appreciate the time we have and use it wisely. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have a big project at work or school. You know it is important, but you keep putting it off. You tell yourself, I will do it tomorrow, or I have plenty of time. But then one day, you realize the deadline is very close. Suddenly, you feel a sense of urgency. You stop procrastinating and start working hard to finish the project. This is what Memento Mori does for our lives. It creates a sense of urgency, not out of fear, but out of respect for our limited time. When we remember that we will die, we stop delaying the things that matter. We start taking action today, not tomorrow. Another way Memento Mori helps us is by teaching us to accept the things we cannot control. Death is one of the few things in life that is certain. We cannot avoid it, no matter how much we try. But instead of being afraid of this fact, we can use it to free ourselves from worry. The Stoics believed that many of our problems come from trying to control things that are outside our power. We worry about the future, about what others think, about things we cannot change. But when we remember that life is short and death is unavoidable, we start to let go of these worries. We focus on what we can control: our actions, our attitudes, and our choices. For example, think about a difficult situation in your life. Maybe you are dealing with a loss, a failure, or a conflict with someone. It is easy to feel stuck or overwhelmed in these moments. But if you remember Memento Mori, you can ask yourself, what really matters here? What can I control? How can I make the best of this situation? This does not mean the problem will disappear, but it helps you approach it with a clearer mind. You stop wasting energy on things you cannot change and focus on what you can do to move forward. Memento Mori also teaches us to be grateful. When we remember that life is short, we start to appreciate the people and things we often take for granted. Think about the people you love: your family, your friends, your partner. Do you tell them how much they mean to you? Do you spend quality time with them, or are you always busy with other things? Memento Mori reminds us that these relationships are precious. We do not know how much time we have with the people we love, so we should make the most of it. This does not mean we need to do something grand every day. It can be as simple as saying I love you, listening to someone, or just being present in the moment. Gratitude is not just about people. It is also about the small joys in life. The smell of coffee in the morning, the sound of birds singing, the feeling of sunshine on your skin. These are simple things, but they make life beautiful. When we remember that we will die, we start to notice and appreciate these moments more. We stop rushing through life and start savoring it. This is one of the greatest gifts of Memento Mori. It helps us find joy in the present moment. Another important lesson of Memento Mori is that it helps us face our fears. Many of us are afraid of failure, rejection, or change. We avoid taking risks because we are scared of what might happen. But when we remember that life is short, we realize that the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all. If we never try, we will never grow. We will never achieve our dreams or reach our full potential. Memento Mori gives us the courage to step out of our comfort zone and take action. It reminds us that we have nothing to lose, because in the end, we all face the same fate. So why not live boldly and fully? This does not mean we should be careless or ignore the consequences of our actions. It means we should not let fear stop us from living a meaningful life. For example, maybe you have a dream you have been putting off: starting a business, writing a book, traveling to a new place. You keep telling yourself, "I will do it someday." But someday never comes. Memento Mori reminds us that someday is not guaranteed. If you have a dream, start working on it today. Take small steps, even if they are imperfect. Do not wait for the perfect moment, because it will never come. The best time to start is now. Finally, Memento Mori helps us find meaning in our lives. When we remember that we will die, we start to ask ourselves, what do I want to leave behind? What kind of legacy do I want to create? These are big questions, and they can guide us toward a more purposeful life. It is not about being famous or achieving great things. It is about living in a way that aligns with your values and makes a positive impact, no matter how small. Maybe it is being kind to others, helping your community, or creating something that inspires people. When we live with purpose, we feel more fulfilled and at peace. In conclusion, Memento Mori is not a sad or scary idea. It is a powerful reminder to live fully and meaningfully. It helps us focus on what truly matters, let go of what we cannot control, and appreciate the present moment. It gives us the courage to face our fears and take action toward our dreams. And it helps us find purpose and meaning in our lives. So, every day, take a moment to remember, life is short, and you will die. But this is not a reason to despair. It is a reason to live with intention, gratitude, and courage. Use your time wisely, because it is the most precious thing you have. This is the power of Memento Mori.